Bonsai basically means tree in tray, the Japanese translation of it. So tree in pot, and is the art of miniaturizing big things in nature. It actually started in China. A lot of people think it's a Japanese origin, but it's from China, and they call it penjing. The tool styles are very similar, slight differences, but it's originated in China. Geez, I forget how long ago, but thousands of years ago.
Orchid, well, my old man used to like orchids. And to get them put in the house now, he used to give them to the old lady. That was his excuse to buy them for himself and build up a greenhouse or so. So I was regulated to the fetch and carry. Bring this, bring that, and And that was the extent of my plant upbringing. Used to hate plants. Anything I touched dead. And my sister, who likes anything oriental, decided that she gotta take up this thing, the calligraphy and all them things. So she started three mahogany trees. And that came to nothing. And she would come and say, Michael, you can't do this, you don't have the patience. So I said, watch me and you. And this was from about 94, late 94. See us here now. Patience or no patience, see me up. But that's not been a straight journey, Like everything else. Them days you never have no computer, no internet. I had one little thin book and I read that cover to cover. I know who the publisher is, as if that would help me. And it was only through trial and error and full dedication that she decided that, well, alright, Cooke or Cooke is going to make this thing work, And then I met a couple other guys along the way. One was John Campbell and Kynan. And then when I linked up with Kynan now and we had two forces doing the same thing, that was when the synthesis really came in. And we were able to use our two ideas because both of us have two different styles. Ultimately getting the same thing, but two different approaches. So combining the two effects together, that was one of my springboards to success.
So, personally, what kind of satisfaction you get from working on the plants? I wouldn't call it a satisfaction as much as a meditation, which I guess you could call it a satisfaction, but a meditation seems to be a bigger way to put it. You can lose yourself in the trees. You can spend 3-4 hours and think you've been out there for half an hour. And with that comes an absence of thought, a blankness of mind, a stillness that is hard to find in other places. And I consider myself lucky to be able to find it at all. And in Bonsai, it's just a quiet, blank, peaceful happiness while I'm with the trees. Nothing else from the outside world. No work, no tension. Just while you're with the trees, you're just with the trees. You know, they come down small when I'm close, you have to monitor them because as them grow more longer, them grow bigger. So look good now, right there.
Yes, you start looking like the original. but you're not lying here. This art form is how it's ups and downs in it. But the end result, when you sit down at the end of the day and say, Ross, me and Jad do this, you know, very rewarding. Money can't buy them things. Can't buy that feeling.
Their Jamaican word for bonsai.
I don't know what they call it. They put them like a tree in a pot. But no, we don't have a Jamaican word for bonsai.
Bonsai is mostly a European and an Asian art, but we're very gifted here in the Caribbean with what we can grow because we don't have the seasons. We have continuous sunshine, basically 12 months of summer. So it's basically a 6-month to 9-month growing cycle with a small dormant period for winter. So we really get good results here working with tropical trees. Yes, sometimes we miss working with the pines and the junipers, but we have so many awesome fast-growing fruit trees and tropical trees to work with here that it's really a very, very awesome pastime to have in the tropics.
Who doubt that there is a creator? So they must have to open them and wake up one. This is 20 years old. All of these big ones on this table here are Chinese elms from Kingston. And I carved out this one recently. This is now one of the current favorite. But they change from time to time depending on mood and inspiration. Bonsai for sale, several have a few for sale, you know. We have to come up and have a look. And they're expecting to see, you know, a little foolishness. And they come and they stop on the walkway and afraid to come in. So may I come in? I said, sure. And they stop in awe and wonder. And are these real? Start pop off leaf and things to check, you know. But I love seeing it. That is really what I like seeing. People come in here and stop and say, right, look at this. In Jamaica, this is? Where's MB? I see.
You have a cutter in your pocket, bro?
Yeah.
See how the leaves are smaller lower down and then them get bigger as them go up. Keep cutting them and try let the leaves grow back smaller. Keep them under discipline.
by doing that, will it eventually just maintain a smaller thing? Or?
If you keep doing it, yes.
Oh, like it just maintains that pattern.
If you look at this one, see how small the leaves get over time. The pot helps to shrink the leaves too. The smaller pot that they're in, you don't have enough as much room, but that takes a long time. So a combination of the two things.
Okay.
Remember I told you that both of us have two different visions? This tree, initially, this branch here was going out further with some aerial roots coming down. So the pot would have been like about this size. And kind of decided that came down like how that look. And then he cut off those aerial branches. This is years ago now, you know. So now what is left is today is to bring back everything down to more of a compact cloud. So we get one cloud, 2, 3, 4, another 2 over here, 1 here, and about 2 here.
So you use wires to form them, train them.
Yeah, to keep the shape sometimes, and then until it holds and you can take off the wire. Sometimes if you get them early enough, you can just partially break the branch, and then it will heal in that position.
You find therapeutic working on the plants to be therapy in any way, because that's what I find when I'm working on mine.
Yeah man, I'm in a different world. If I don't watch myself, I lose track of time and don't eat, you know. You just run over, you find yourself hungry and you can say, bro, I want you. And you realize it's hungry because you're all caught up. Not all the time. But yes, it is excellent therapy. Even though I don't view it as that, it's just now is part of my lifestyle. Right. Which is really good. I would recommend to people to get involved in some kind of planting. Not necessarily this, but hands-on, playing dirt, you know. Go outside, sit down in the sun, get attuned to nature again. Can't hurt. My cancer recovery, this is really what gave me some stability and peace of mind. But when I couldn't do anything, barely drive the car, come here and sit down outside and just look at the trees.